Hi, boys and girls. My name's Janice McPhillips, and I work at Holly Hill Farm in Cohasset. And I'm going to tell you a story about how plants make food for us. So I am going to start by having a snack. Do you know what this is called? This is something I bet you love. It's called ants on a log, and there are 3 different things that go into making ants on the log, and they're all from plants. The first one, I bet you know what this is called. It's called celery. This grew on a farm somewhere, not around here, not right now, because it's still pretty cold here in New England. It says here product of USA, so it grew probably in California, organically grown. The second item in ants on a log is peanut butter. This is some natural peanut butter that I got in the store, and it ground it up and put it right into this container for me to bring home. Now, if you have a peanut allergy, you could substitute sun butter. And then the third thing that's in ants on a log is raisins. Raisins are also from a plant. Do you know what kind of plant raisins come from? They come from grapes. And you all know about grapes. Grapes are a delicious and healthy snack. So those 3 plants turned into one snack for me. Ants on a log. Delicious. Here we are at Holly Hill Farm in Cohasset. We are in the main growing field, which is called Peck's Meadow. And there are lots and lots of plants growing here that will turn into food for us. We do not grow peanuts here, and we don't grow grapes either. So we can't show you all of the ingredients on that ants in a log snack, but we can show you some other things. So let's go look. Do you remember that celery that we saw at the very beginning of this video that made my ants on a log snack? Well, look at this. This is what celery looks like when it's just a baby growing. Here's the stem and the leaves, and these will grow much taller and much thicker, and it will grow into celery so someone else can have ants on a log. Look at all that celery. Many, many celery plants. Here's a picture of what peanuts look like when they're growing. They grow under the ground. The part that we eat needs to be dug out of the ground, and the shells have to be removed. Have you ever seen a machine like this in the grocery store? This lets you take peanuts, which came from plants, and grind them up into peanut butter, which you can take home and make into a snack, like ants on a log. Okay, here we are in the produce section of a grocery store, and everything you see here came from a plant. Here's something I bet you like. Bunny love baby carrots. Ooh, those are delicious. Well, carrots come in many sizes and shapes and colors. Here are some long carrots. And here are some rainbow carrots. They're called rainbow because they come in different colors. There's yellow and a regular orange colored carrot and a dark purple carrot. Those are really neat. I hope you've had a chance to have those. Here's some carrots that are not wrapped in plastic, and these carrots have green stems and leaves on top. Have you ever wondered why that is? Maybe you've seen these in the grocery store and wondered why. Well, let's take a trip to my garden, and I will show you what a carrot looks like when it's growing. This, boys and girls, is a carrot. Where is the carrot? I don't see a carrot here. I see leaves. That's because the carrot is under the ground. Let's see. I planted this carrot last year, so it spent the winter living here in my garden. Let's see if I can pull it out. Have any of you lost a tooth? You know you have to wiggle really hard to pull out a tooth. I've dug around the base of the carrot. I'm going to wiggle and wiggle and pull. And look what comes out of the ground. It's a carrot. That part of the carrot that we eat was underground. So that means it's a root. And there's the stems. And these parts right here are the leaves. A beautiful carrot from my garden. I think I'll have a snack. Here we are in front of a large display of nuts and seeds. I see pumpkin seeds and sunflower seeds. You know what sunflowers look like, I hope. So those come from a plant, and you certainly know about pumpkins, and those come from a plant. Here are some cashews, and here are some walnuts. Do these come from a plant? Well, I'm going to take you on a special trip to a place where I know about a walnut tree that is growing, and it is a very big plant that grows walnuts. I want to show you what a walnut tree looks like. Walnuts come from plants. A very, very big plant. That is a tree called a black walnut. Every spring it makes some flowers, and those flowers turn into seeds, and they fall on the ground, and this is what they look like. These are walnut seeds. Now these walnut seeds have a very hard coat. I would need a really strong nutcracker to get that open, or a hammer. But here's an amazing thing. Squirrels have very, very sharp teeth. And I think a squirrel or a chipmunk broke through the shell of this walnut and dug inside and ate the part of the nut, which is inside of this hard exterior shell. When you buy a nut in the store, someone has done the job of taking the delicious walnut part that you eat out from the inside of this. It's hard work. Here is a very large display of lettuce and spinach and kale and arugula, all things that you can eat for salad. But here they are in plastic containers. Maybe you've seen something like this. Maybe someone has brought something to your house in a container that looks like that. But this baby arugula, this baby spinach, these are all plants that we're growing in the garden or at a farm. Do you remember all the lettuce and spinach and arugula we saw in packages at the grocery store? Well, here is what these plants look like when they are growing in the ground. We are inside of a hoop house here at Holly Hill Farm. This is to keep these plants protected from cold nights. It's been pretty cold at night lately. Here we have some red lettuce and some green lettuce. This right here is spinach. These are all very delicious and fresh and healthy, growing as food for us. Well, here we are at a local place, Hornstra Dairy Farm. And they have cows here. And those cows make some delicious milk. And that turns into ice cream and milk and chocolate milk and all kinds of things that you might like to eat. Now, what does that have to do with plants? You might be wondering. Well, let's go find out. Well, here are some cows. Looks to me like it's nap time. At Hornstra Farm, they're resting. You can see this is where they live. there. Right there, that's some of their food. Looks to me like some grass or hay, which is delicious food for cows. And that hay that those cows eat, it comes from plants. So these cows eat that hay, and they turn that hay into delicious milk. And Hornstra Farm turns that delicious milk into something you love, which is called ice cream. Well, thanks for watching this video. I hope you learned something new. We certainly did get to see a lot of different kinds of plants. We saw some lettuce, we saw some red lettuce and green lettuce, we saw some spinach, and we saw the celery that will grow up to be an ants on a log snack for you. And we got to see that very exciting carrot being pulled out of the ground. And we saw that huge, huge walnut tree that makes walnuts for us. And maybe it was a surprise to you to learn that cows eat grass, and that grass turns into the milk that those cows make, and that makes ice cream and milk to drink and other dairy products for us. So I hope you now know that when you're eating many different foods, you are eating plants. And I hope you eat some healthy plants every single day. Bye-bye now.